Season winding down here, Grant. Playoff seedings of the utmost importance.
You know, B.A., you especially see the bubble teams giving that extra effort now. It's all hands on deck. Very little room for error.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Zeke Naji out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Murray in at the 1. And the basket is good.
Sweet move by Porter Jr. getting around the contact and finding the hoop.
Van Vliet against Murray. Now here's Van Vliet. 6 to shoot. Thompson outside. Over Porter. Thompson's shot is off. On the wing, Porter. Outside Murray. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Nuggets. And here are the Nuggets. Murray deciding where to go with it. Pass to Gordon. Outside Murray. Here's Gordon. Brooks defending. Gordon can't hit.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all.
Sure, too.
He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. No wonder nothing seems to faze him.
And he makes the first. And you know, Clark, Fred Van Vliet gives you a number of things. Leadership might be the most important.
It is certainly one of his great attributes, B.A., when you look at Fred Van Vliet. Not very big, not super athletic, but a winner. Tough-minded, and highly skilled. Doesn't make mistakes with the ball, gets other people's shots, and has proven to be a clutch and consistent quarterback at really high level.
Murray passes to Brown. Now here's Murray, guarded by Van Vliet. Fires from deep. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Boy, the defense has to respect Murray's range. I mean, there's a reason he's a volume three-point shooter.
Thompson outside. Inside. Tipped. Gordon with a steal. Van Vliet against Murray. Pass to Brown. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 5. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
Let's check in on the Western Conference standings as the race to the playoffs continues. Taking a look at the Rockets, with great effort over a long season, they're second in the conference. And of course the Nuggets, they're now in 3rd place.
Seeing where the Nuggets are, they've been terrific throughout the regular season, showing they may be just the team to beat in the postseason.
You know, the way they've handled just about every challenge that's been thrown at them this year, I don't see how they couldn't be considered front runners for the title.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Porter finds Murray. Gordon with a screen on Van Vliet. Murray for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Boy, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Now here's Van Vliet. What a tremendous game he played against Miami. And another miss by Houston.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill.
No, that was outstanding, guys.
Here's Şengün. No points so far. Here's Brooks. And the layup is good off the glass.
A slight bump on that play. Brooks just kind of shrugs it off.
Here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Gordon, the pass to Porter. Gordon with it. Brooks defending. Rebounded by Green.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Şengün, a screen on Porter. Here's Green. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift, that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in for Najee. Saric comes in for Gordon. Watson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Westbrook in for Jamal Murray. And he's good on the second. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Jokic. Adams grabs the miss. Rockets trail by 4. Shot on the wing, and that one's good. Green.
You know, with his quickness, he's already good at creating separation for his shot. And we know he doesn't need much room to get his shot off either.
Now here's Westbrook. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
With 3 steals in the night, he helped them in a big way.
Jokic against Smith. And here's Porter outside. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Porter's got 5.
How about that smooth shot from the arc for Porter? He's got such a confident release in deep range, too.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And out of bounds. Houston will have it. Whitmore with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Smith with a screen on Westbrook. Here's Whitmore outside. Doesn't go for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Rockets trail by 3. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Aaron Holiday out there with Cam Whitmore. And it's Eason in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Outside Watson. Saric outside. Pass to Westbrook. Murray with it. To the inside. Jokic using his size. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Şengün in the post, covered by Jokic. And yep, it's good. Şengün's got his first 2 points.
Şengün showing his touch there. That's a tough spot for a big.
Murray passes to Jokic. Shoots over Şengün. And it's Jokic missing. Rockets trail by 3. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Smith against Jokic. To the middle. Here's Murray. Tipped. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pass to Şengün. Eason against Murray. Right side Whitmore. Shot clock at 6. Outside Holiday. Pulls it from 20. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Nuggets understand their opportunity. Coach Michael Malone said, we have a special, unique player, and that window is only open for so long. If we want to try and be a dynasty, we need a standard of excellence each and every day, and it's my job to hold the guys accountable. Ryan?
Yep, and it starts from the top. He's done it well. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Westbrook. No points yet. Here's Jokic. No luck on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. And the third pick in 2022, Jabari Smith Jr. He struggled at times in his rookie season. But Clark, he's making some major strides now.
You know, B.A., you've heard me and others say this, but every player runs their own race. Everybody's development journey is their own, to own and to run. Sometimes it just takes a little while longer for guys to adjust at this level. But I tell you one thing about that young man, the progress he made lets you know he's got what it takes to one day be an all-star in this league.
And it's in there.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Holiday against Murray. Pass to Šarić. Over Holiday. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets.
Timeout.
Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Houston will go for a different look here. Thompson, he's checked in for Şengün. Dylan Brooks comes in for Eason. Jalen Green, he's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. And Denver will go for a different look here. Najee, he's checked in for Jokic. Gordon comes in for Šarić. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Watson. And Brown subbed in for Murray. Thompson passes to Smith. Outside, Green. Ooh, Green with a vicious dunk.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 1:58 left in the second quarter. Westbrook against VanVleet. Thompson with the block. And they get it back. Outside Porter, down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance effort. The shot by Najee, no good. The Rockets have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
So it's Denver now after the basket by Houston. Gordon outside. Pass to Najee. Over Smith. The Rockets pull it in.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Thompson passes to Van Vliet. It's deflected. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Boy, the coaching staff loves when Porter Jr. takes these kinds of shots. It really helps establish a rhythm for him.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith outside. Pass to Thompson. Smith with a screen on Gordon. Here's Thompson. Westbrook with the rebound.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
And there's the lob. And Gordon with the big finish.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Nuggets on top, up by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. When players look ahead, how much are they circling particular games on the calendar?
Well, I don't think this generation of players still use paper calendars, Ernie.
Showing your age there, old buddy.
Well, I walked into that one. Now, as we look at the first half, the Rockets find themselves in a close ballgame.
Showing they know how to play. Team chemistry is on display. Like what I did there. Showing they know how to play. Chemistry is on display. Kenny, anything you like to say? Oh.
Shaq's chosen to rap because in the first half, he was taking a nap.
Oh. What you said was not full. In other words, it was terrible.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
The Rockets trail. On the court for the Nuggets, Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Najee in at the 5. Unloads. And it's Green missing.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Thompson with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Green with the ball. Now Porter defending. Here's Brooks. Blocked. They recover it. And here's Green from the arc. And another miss by Houston.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Pass to Najee. Now Murray. Brooks defending. Yes! And the foul! It's going to be on him in Thompson.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses.
You know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one. Free throw good. Green.
Well, Jalen Green is a product of G League Ignite, and clearly showing other folks there's a new path for potential lottery picks to take.
Now here's Gordon doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. From the high post, Murray, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Van Vliet, a steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Clock at 6. Green takes the hit and scores inside. Green.
Able to score from anywhere on the court. Green can hurt you in myriad ways, and his game is only growing.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And they got a spot at the top 10 when it comes to hampering the opposing offense. They create solid coverage that doesn't allow for a lot of easy shots.
And they are #1 in rebounding for a reason. They pound the glass with aggression, and they attack the boards with a fearlessness. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. Outside Murray. Najee set to screen. To the paint. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Green, the pass to Şengün. Now Van Vliet. Green with a screen on Murray. Deflected. Porter against Van Vliet. Pass to Gordon. Back to Porter. Here's Brown. And here's Murray, defended by Thompson. 5 on the clock. Murray passes to Brown. Here's Najee. No good on the 3.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Here's Murray. After the basket by Houston. Over Van Vliet. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got 7 rebounds in the game. Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his 3rd year, Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11 post guy. He is so skilled.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
In transition. Big finish in transition from Green.
Terrific job by Green, utilizing that world-class speed to get out ahead of everybody else.
Van Vliet against Murray. Here's Gordon. No good again that time. Houston leading by 7. Green for 3. The rebound by Murray. Porter, the pass to Murray. And they double up Murray. Out to the right wing. And here's Gordon. Back to Porter. Sinks that one from the post. Porter's got 10 points in the game.
Well, you know, on the inside, Porter is a very skilled player. He understands that you've got to be multi-dimensional, a lot of versatility to your game to be effective inside.
Knocks it down from distance.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And Houston will go for a different look here. Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Smith comes in for Brooks. Eason's checked in for Thompson. And Holiday subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Jokic is checked in for Najee. Saric comes in for Gordon. Watson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Jamal Murray. Now here's Holiday. 52 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Adams. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Nuggets trail by 8. And here's Porter. 10 points for him. Now here's Jokic. Shoots over Eason. And again, it's Denver missing.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Adams finds Smith. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Green missing. Westbrook against Holiday. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Porter. The three. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you. Great clock management there.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Houston. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Smith and Şengün play together in the front court. Whitmore is out there with Aaron Holiday. And it's Eason and it's small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Eason. Pass to Holiday. Here's Şengün. Puts up a three. Pure from three-point range. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, throughout this game, they've been lighting it up from mid-range. I love seeing that. They've made that the focus of their offense, and it's really paid off.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight.
On the floor, Murray is electrifying. I mean, he delivers relentless effort, and it keeps his whole squad energized and engaged.
Now here's Holiday. And he drives in. Here's Şengün. And finally, they hit one.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Westbrook with it. Whitmore defending. Outside Murray. over Holiday, and he gets it to go off the front iron. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, talk about an advanced playmaker. Westbrook can make passes that other players just can't.
Pass to Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Westbrook. Jokic with a screen on Holiday. He shoots. Look at Jokic going to work inside.
Really rock-solid decision-making from Murray, assessing the situation and then making the precise pass at the right time.
Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Şengün. Here's Eason, defended by Watson. On the wing, Whitmore. Outside Holiday. 4-3. Another miss by Holiday.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And it's Watson missing. Houston leading by 5. On the wing, Holiday, defended by Murray. Now Şengün. Back to Holiday. Over Murray. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Putting up a goose egg, bageled this period. At this point, you have to run the offense through somebody else. I mean, that's your only choice.
Up top, Watson. Šarić, the pass to Watson. Westbrook with it. And Westbrook slams it home.
What you expect from Westbrook, coming up big in the biggest moments.
And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for the Rockets. It's a 3-point game. And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And Houston will go for a different look here. Dylan Brooks checked in for Smith. Thompson comes in for Eason. Green's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. And Denver will go for a different look here. Najee, he's checked in for Jokic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Šarić. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Watson. And Brown subbed in for Westbrook. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Ime Udoka as he talked with the team. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. And he lobs it up top. And out of bounds. The Rockets will take it.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Houston leading by 3. Now here's VanVleet. Green, a screen, down low to in the cold spell, and it's hammered home by Green.
It's as though Green always has more left in his tank. He digs deep and finds the bucket.
Here's Murray, and he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
VanVleet misses.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Murray, no good. Houston has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. And the shot goes down. Green's gotten 4 this quarter.
Cold-blooded shot in the clutch. And a big moment right there from Jalen Green.
Here's Murray. Oh, he gets it to go. 7 of 13 now.
Cool as they come. Jamal Murray has the heart of a champion.
Here's VanVleet. Soft touch off the glass.
And VanVleet unmoved under pressure. I mean, when his team needs a basket, he simply goes out and handles his business.
Now here's Murray. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by Murray. And it's Houston's ball, leading by 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul. 44 seconds left in the final quarter. Green finds Thompson. No good on the triple. Porter against Thompson. Najee passes to Murray. Murray is doubled. Here's Brown. And it's in. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line.
It's all about getting a three right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a three.
Murray against Van Vliet. Can't get the three to fall. And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Now a timeout called by Denver. They trail by 4. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
And they're going to have to work fast coming out of the timeout.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Seven seconds left in the fourth. And again, it's Denver missing. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And B.A., they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jalen Green.